What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, doing the 7th operation. Again, the way this is going to work with this series moving forward, after the next part, we'll be moving into the quote-unquote like final mission of the game. Like, the final mission is like 2.5 hours. So we'll be moving into that. So essentially we'll be doing one video of that, do one of the operations, do another video of the main story, another operation, and then I believe what will be the final part. So I tried to find a way to split things up so I could at least knock out the final operations, and knock the plot, still have the plot be the last thing that we see. So there you go. So that's planned for the upcoming videos. And not talk about today. Sorry if I'm a touch late today, guys. Well, I definitely am late. It's like 5:30 in the afternoon.
Established their capillary towers. They mean to harvest this planet's biomass. They will take Kadaku, and we will make them pay for it. Those towers, they're bio-titan. Find a way to bring them both down. Trap them in their own filth. Acadian platoon has taken up position near an abandoned Imperial fortress. Their weapons will lead the counterattack. Acadian commander can brief you on the fortress's current status.
The Tyranids shall burn for the infestation they spread to this planet.
We must get down there, brothers. The Cadians will only last so long against that brute.
The fortress's Icarus las cannons are strong enough to bring down that beast, and the towers. Even with your aid, we do not have the forces to penetrate the main gate. You will need another way in.
Our thanks. We shall handle the Hierophant from here.
This path will lead you into the jungle and towards the fortress. May the Emperor grant you...
We should not waste time.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. That's enough talking.
Captain,
Oh,
we are leaving
nope.
Acadian position to seek a way to access the fortress's cannons.
The front gate is inaccessible, so you must enter from below. Fortress schematics show a waste reclamation center. Travel beneath the Tyranids and up into the fortress.
I would prefer a frontal assault, but we do what we must.
Okay. But, yeah, today's just giving me troubles. And nothing more than just minor annoyances. Like, we got snow last night, so the air just dried out. So, you know, my voice was a little scratchy. This morning, OBS is fighting me, because, the next video that I'm gonna upload is for Stellar Blade, and I, was doing the recording for it, and holy shit, my OBS froze up on me, like, I think twice during the making of it. Both time during boss fights. But, able to at least get all the story content done and recorded, but I've got to fuse parts together. Hopefully that'll be up tonight. I'm not sure. My little sister's coming home for the holidays, so it's hard to believe it's already it's the 20th. Like, Christmas just got here super fast. I do. I love that that camera change right there, where you get that pistol execute.
Disgusting Tyranid scum.
You know, in recent videos, I've been talking about how the gaming industry's been pissing me off lately. I keep seeing more stuff, and, you know, it just keeps coming, you know. I think now it's the lore director of, for CD Projekt is saying shit. The narrative director and game project lead or whatever for The Witcher 4 is coming out. Oh, it's great that we have Ciri as a main character. Now we can address and explore sexism in the Witcher world, because, you know, that's what everybody wanted. But, you know, look, all that stuff's dumb. You know my opinions on it. I don't need to go off on it. I will say, however, I have been wrong about a piece of Witcher lore. I've been saying that Ciri got turned into a Witcher at the end of The Witcher 3, because it's been so long since I've done a full playthrough of that game. It's one of those things that I've got to stop playing Farming Simulator in my free time and start playing play The Witcher 3 again. God, that game was good. It was super cheap, by the way. I think I picked it up on Steam, like the complete edition. I think I picked it up for $10. I'm pretty sure that deal is out, but again, The Witcher 3 is worth it at any price, in my opinion. I'd still, to this day, like right now, me in 2024, the game came out almost a decade ago. I would still say I would pay full price for it if I didn't, you know, pay full price for it. Like what? I think I own it for PS4. I believe I own it for PS5. I bought the PS5 update or upgrade or whatever. I have it on. Yeah, I have it for my Xbox, and I just bought it on Steam. I was like, $10. I'll buy. You know, I'll buy it again. So I can play it on pretty much any platform other than my Switch. Whatever I'm saying, it's that good. It is that good that you can play it on. Just play the game if you haven't. It is so fucking good. Either way, I've been saying you know, I could have sworn that one of the endings was Ciri becoming a Witcher. She becomes a Witcher in spirit. She never goes through the mutations because, yes, it is Witcher lore that women cannot go through the mutations. That's not possible. It is literally lore in The Witcher. So, you know, I've been seeing all these people saying, well, it breaks lore, and going, oh, well, I don't think so. I could have sworn. No, she gets a Witcher sword. You know, like, Geralt gives her a sword. That's one of the endings. But no, she doesn't go through the mutations. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. I was wrong. I didn't remember it from the books. Like, and I'm talking, it's lore from the books. Like, I did not remember that. But before I started talking about The Witcher and getting drug into this topic, what I was about to say was, even though the industry has been pissing me off, sometimes all of this woke nonsense, this modern day nonsense, man, every so often a company does something so incredibly stupid, it goes so far full circle that it becomes stupid. I would argue it becomes racist as well in a really odd way, but if you haven't seen Firaxis's release of one of the new leaders for Civ 7 is going to end up being Harriet Tubman, the announcement video for that is some of the funniest shit I have ever seen. Oh my god. I mean, just the way they had her voiced. Like, I get it. They're shooting for this, like, old, like, you know, kind of like a southern woman sort of thing. Which, okay, fine, whatever. Even though I'm sitting here going, I feel like you're making this almost Aunt Jemima-esque. And I'm like, this feels racist. And I'm not somebody who says that very often. I'm just like, holy shit. But, you know, it's, oh, well, she works well in a warring playthrough. And I'm like, well, that, yeah, noted General Harriet Tubman. You know, there were other jokes I could make that are in really poor taste, but I'm just going to let them go. I'm still waiting for my Civilization game that lets me play as world dictators, you know. Let me play as Hitler, Mussolini, and Hirohito. Ooh, let me play as Mao. You know, let me play, if I can play Nuclear Gandhi, let me play Pacifist Hitler. It's a really stupid idea, but oh my god, I would love it. It's really dumb and really funny to me. It was like when the MLB and the NFL and everything were taking, during the COVID years, so they weren't letting fans in the stadium, so they were putting cardboard cutouts out there and pumping in fan noise. I said for the longest time, you know, when I was at the casino watching those games, I was like, talking to players. I'm like, man, I want to be the guy in charge of that, because again, you put like Hitler out there in like a Cubs hat, hanging out with Mussolini, sharing a hot dog, and just see if anybody catches it. I think it would be hysterical, but I guess people say I have a warped sense of humor. I think the only thing funnier was, oh my god, the Denver Broncos putting out, filling their stadium with cardboard cutouts for South Park characters. That was really funny, too. That was good. What was I talking about? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, Harriet Tubman getting announced by Firaxis. Yeah, dude, if you haven't watched that announced trailer, it's really funny. Which, again, and a lot of people are pointing it out. It's shocking that they're doing this while the game's also releasing in Black History Month. Isn't that curious? My statement to it was, like, make it Obama. Like, come on, at least he was a president. I don't know. Make it Obama, and then also give me one for Trump, and just sitting there and just let my special skill to be insult everybody and hurt people's feelings. Oh, Christ. I've also seen people, though, kind of complain about what Firaxis... If you hear my dogs bark in the background, sorry about that. For what Firaxis is doing with the game, how they're essentially separating leaders and civilizations. So essentially you could play, like, say you have George Washington. You can take him and play George Washington if he was leading this civilization. So they're splitting them up. And I've seen some people have some issues with that. And the way I look at it, I think they're trying to they're trying to change up their formula. So, okay, I mean, let's give them a shot, see what they're gonna do. I mean, I remember people. I don't know. I'm torn on this. I'm trying to think where I'm going to take this criticism. Like I said, I'll see how it works. I think they're trying to somewhat emulate Humankind. I know some people really didn't like that game, but I like the concept of how your civilization evolves through the generations and how you can kind of go from one civ to another and all that stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was a really cool concept. So I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things that civilization's just been kind of stuck in a rut for a little bit. But I also think it's one of those things that I like how I got that shot in just enough to keep that guy from calling in backup. Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like whenever Civ tries to innovate, I think a lot of people try and go, oh, it's not Civilization. I'm like, okay, let's give them a shot. Like, I for one loved the art style in Civ 6. I mean, it looks too cartoony. I liked it. Yeah, now I'm in a little bit of a problem here. I have no ammo. But yeah, I like the art style in Civ 6, personally. So, and the art style for 7 looks interesting, so I think this will be an interesting change to the mechanics. Or it seems like it'll make open up neat interactions between character skills and Civ skills. So you can play with some weird combos, and it'll make I think it'll make I know this online play more interesting. I know if anybody gives a shit about online play for Civ. At this point, I'm running around here looking for ammo, because I'm like, without this, we're just kind of stuck. So, I don't know. I'm curious about it. If you're watching this game, this video, like, oh shit, just turn that corner and there's a wave of them. If you're watching this video, like, well into the future, like, you know, years down the line, going, what the fuck is he talking about? You know, this is one of those videos where there's not a lot going on camera, so I'm just kind of ranting. I look at these videos more like a diary than anything else. Well, I was just, as I said, summoned off camera. Got to eat dinner. It was nice. Had tacos. And then I got pissed off because I thought I was going to have to drive up to Chicago tomorrow. Right up with my mom because my little sister and her husband, they... I don't... He's a music person. There's something called Tuba Christmas in the U.S. It's a whole thing. It's a brass player thing. I used to do it locally back in the day when I was younger and actually played. But you know, it's a bigger thing up in Chicago, and he's from a suburb up there. So they were gonna go. My sister was gonna go watch, but they're gonna get snow tomorrow. It's a whole thing. But I don't know what the hell their plan was. It sounded complicated as shit for no reason. And I thought, and my mom wanted me to drive up there with her because she didn't want to be in the car alone, and I was going to do it because I'm a good son and all that good crap. So I'm sitting here freaking out going, oh great, now I got to do all my shit for tomorrow right now because we're going to get stuck in traffic. But never mind, all is good. Stellar Blade video that I was talking about earlier today is probably going to have to hold off till tomorrow because right now my blood pressure is so goddamn high.
We have left the sewers behind and are in the...
Oh boy. I'm okay. I'm okay.
And remind the Xenos of whom they dare to attack.
I'm just not in the best of moods right now. Love my sister. Love my brother-in-law. They're great. Sometimes, though, they make me want to strangle them. Because, you know, they're good about... They try and spend time with, you know, my family and his family and all that stuff. But, like, their plan for how they're gonna spend the holidays... I do not understand how the hell or why they came up with this plan. It's like, just stay with his parents for a couple days, come stay with us for a couple days, then go home. Instead of, they're going to spend like 2 days there and 2 days over here and 2 days there, 2 days here, and then go home. And I'm like, why? That's just overly complicated.
Rally to me, brothers.
Hell, I sit here and say, spend the, you know, Christmas and the, you know, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day with his parents. Seeing that, you know, there's probably going to be more festivities there than there will be here at my house. My dad works at Christmas, and I was a former casino employee. Essentially what I'm saying is, to my dad and me, holidays really don't mean a whole hell of a lot. I mean, they're cool to have and all that stuff, but it's, you know, but because the casino stays open and we see people, you know, gambling and everything at Christmas, and, you know, you see the casino try and go, oh, it's Christmas, isn't it special? And people are trying to sit there going, oh, isn't this great? It's special. While you're sitting there going, dude, I'm at work. It's Christmas. I'm at work. I'm not with my family. Like, you can be, but you have a gambling problem. I sound super jaded. I'm sorry. But no, I mean, it's just my thing. It's just, you know, to me, Christmas just doesn't have, like, a lot of the, I don't want to say magic or anything to it. It's just, you know, after doing that job for a couple of years, it just, holidays just, to me, kind of feel like a day. Like, I've tried to get away from that way of thinking. It's hard, but it seems that my dad still does the job. You know, he really kind of gets into that vibe, like, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, a lot of these holidays, because, you know, they're you know, no way you're getting you're allowed to call off. You know, you get double points. Question is points. It's essentially, you know, if you unexcused absences and stuff like that, so many points and you get a warning, so many more, yada yada yada, and eventually you get terminated. That sort of situation. Although, frankly, around COVID time, because we were so hard up for people, it was kind of like, okay, you've got this many points. Well, how about we do this, this, and this, and essentially wipe out all your points, and you can keep working. Like, don't leave us. But yeah, if you try and bail on a holiday, your ass is getting written up, and it's you're not getting holidays off unless you're lucky enough that they like fall on one of your days off. And I think this year Thanksgiving fell on one of my dad's off days. So, but yeah, unless it falls on your off day, you're not getting the day off. Like New Year's Eve, no way in hell. Like even if it's your off day, they might have you do 6 days that week, and you know, change your schedule just to match New Year's Eve, because pretty much New Year's Eve is one of those everyone works.
That is our way to the battle.
It's everyone works and you're doing overtime. So I mean, what my first New Year's, I think I worked about like
Seem to know you're close. They are amassing at the fortress.
I did 2-3 hours overtime that night.
Eliminate all of them. For the Emperor.
That was the worst one. I think my second, I think my second and third ones were only about an hour. But and I know there's some people who say, "Oh, they made you do overtime." Well, yeah, but again, it's good pay at least, you know, because you're still getting, you know, your overtime. You're still getting you're still getting paid for it and everything. So it's more just a pain in the ass because you're tired and done with people because everyone's drunk. And, you know, you're supposed to get off at, like, 3, 4 in the morning, and it's, like, 5 or 6, and I'm like, I just want to go home. Oh, man. If you would ask me, do I miss working at the casino? Not really. I'll say, man, not a bad job. It was not a bad job. You know, it made good money and everything, but no, I'm very glad I left. I don't think I was particularly happy there, especially by the time I was leaving, and I think it showed in my, you know, it's one of those, it showed in my work, and I think, as I've always said, I didn't want to lose it on a customer, and, you know, make the company look bad, have to go through that. Nah, I think I picked a really good time to leave and go back to school and everything, so. Oh, it says Hierophant Bio Titan. My eyes read that as Big and Bug Titan. I was like, well, that's just kind of a weird title.
Press the attack. Do not let them recover, brothers. The tyranny is for us. Keep at it, brothers. Show the tyrannies no mercy. Press the attack. Do not let them recover, brothers.
Engage auxiliary generators to resume firing.
Well, this one, by the end of this one, I get really desperate because I end up getting, I get down to second time coming up.
Stim injection administered.
But yeah, I get down to second time. This, when he starts spinning this, I'm like, this, again, always I look at him like, why does this scream Gears of War to me? Like, I feel like there was something like you were charging something in Gears of War. You did the almost exact same thing.
Fencing still.
See, if it was just dealing with the Bio Titan, this wouldn't be that bad. Having to fight through all the damn
We made our
Tyranids on the ground really does make this a challenge.
We must replenish the las cannons so we can eliminate these Tyranids. Take cover, brothers. Rearming. Generator is active. Let us fire at the Tyranids.
All specs and fortress communication disrupted. Return to console for reconnection.
The Tyranid aims for us.
Service call detected. Synchronization complete. Cannons ready.
Take cover, brothers. Keep at it, brothers. Show that back away from its toxic expulsions.
I don't know why toxic expulsions sounds really gross.
Do not let it waste poison. Keep going. We can finish this. Rouse the las cannons and keep fighting, brothers. Reloading. The tyranny dares to attack us.
See, this one I was lucky that I wasn't getting swarmed. The other two Marines were holding them off for me.
Cannons ready for the Imperium.
System no longer detected. Engage console to re-establish communion between the fortress and servant star. System link has been established. All specs connected.
Bastards. Maybe I didn't get down to second time. I could have sworn I did, because I swear there was a time while I was trying to get this guy where I was like a shot or two from finishing him, and I had to try and keep myself alive. There it is.
Administering self-aid.
So okay, I did get down twice.
Weapons ready. Awaiting target. Aim and fire with a sidearm to commence attack.
The Tyranid aims for us. Do not let it waste poison.
Yeah, that last little bit, I'm just like dodging, just stay alive, just let me get this last shot in.
Back on the towers, Captain Ackerman. Take the shot on those damn towers and unleash divine retribution. Let us make sure the Tyranids choke on their meal.
Alright, well, we'll do the usual thing here. Check the stats, then I'll get out, get this uploading, and like I said, I'm gonna go, I don't know, take some blood pressure meds and try and nap. I feel old saying that. I'm only 30. But with my anxiety and everything, man, my blood pressure is always, well, that and I'm fat. That doesn't help either. I need to fix that second part, the fat part. But, dude, I got a decent amount of kills. I got a pretty good amount of kills on that one. But, yeah. Alright, guys, this is where we're going to call it quits for today. I want to say, as always, thank you so much for watching, coming in, listening to me rant, just play some video games and hang out with y'all. You know I love it. All that good stuff. I will see you all tomorrow. We'll hang out, do more videos, all that good stuff, all the way through the new year and into 2025. So thank you so much for watching. Social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good usual stuff. And I'll see you all in the next one. But until then, guys, I'm out.